Let's give you a little idea of what we did so far, right? What are the four transformations again? Translation, reflection, right? These are the two that we started so far. Then you have rotation, and last one is enlargement. Right, so here's what we did so far. The first one that we did was the translation, which is called a slide. So if I ask you to plot 2, 3, right? Do write this up because some of you only have one graph paper. If I ask you to plot 2, 3, x is 2, y is 3. So you plot it right here. That's okay? Everybody handle plotting. So you plot 2 on the x and you plot 3 on the y. Right? You plot 2 on the x and you plot 3 on the y and you end up with right here. But you can handle that? Yeah. So the first thing that we did was translation. So if I give you a translation 4 minus 5, what does this say again, Nathan? 4 where? 4 going where? Which means positive 4 is where? To the right or to the left? So this is 4 to the right and 5 where? Up or down? Down. Very good. Right? So the way you work it out is this. Just take 2, 3, right? And add 4 minus 5. So all you're doing is taking the point. You're taking the point and adding 4 minus 5. Are you okay with that? That's how you do a translation. Right? So that's 6, 4, 2 plus 4, that's 6. 3 plus minus 5, that's minus 2. That's okay? That's what we did last week. That's called a translation. All you're doing is taking the translation and adding it to the point. Everybody okay with that? Today, and we did 2 reflections, right? And we did 2 reflections. Yeah, yes, me laughing. What are the 2 reflections that we did? I turned the laugh. And remember, 2 reflections that we did. What are they? What are you looking at? Right? We did reflection in the x and the y. How is reflecting the x? How do you reflect a point in the x? Which one? Which is sign of the y value. So the x value stays the same. The x value stays the same, but the y value changes sign. That's okay, Jamal? That correct? So it'll be 2 minus 3. Jamal, that good? If I reflect A in the x-axis, you keep the x value the same, but you switch the y value. That's okay, yeah? While I'm changing for should we plan to use another? There it is. Are you okay with that? So that's how we reflect in the x-axis. So this should be the same distance away here. How do we reflect in the y-axis? Right? Change the sign of the y, change the sign of the x value, sorry. So it will stay 3 and it will be here. So the x value will change sign and the y value stays the same. That's okay? That's what we did last week. Don't waste a graph paper. Don't write up. Huh? Right? Don't write up. For those who knew, I'm just showing you what we did so far. Okay? So today, we're going to take a look at reflecting in a line. Right? So write this down. Reflecting. Reflecting in a line. So what I want you to do for me is to plot so today we're going to reflect in a line, right? Okay. Right? Got that point, got the point. Got the point. Yeah. Got this point. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to reflect in a line. The first one that we're going to do, reflect in a line. Let's do y is equal to 1. Okay. So how do we reflect in a line y equal to 1? Right? How do we reflect in the line y equal to 1? The first thing that we need to know is how to draw the line y equal to 1. Anybody remember how to draw that line? Very good. Right? Y equal to 1. No, Joshua. Y equal to 1 doesn't go like that, right? Y equal to 1 means that, right? Y equal to 1 means that every single point on that line, y must be 1. Okay? And the only line that will do that is a line that goes through, y is 1. This line here is y is equal to 1. That's okay? Right? So the line y equal to 1 is a horizontal line. So if it's the first time you're doing this, write it down as a horizontal. It's a horizontal line through point y is 1. Right? So how do we reflect that? Right? You might remember that a reflected point has to be the same distance away from the mirror line. Right? Which is there's no reason that was here, but not exactly. One point to other stuff. If you go some group by I think why not right? So what we learn about an object and an image is that they must be the same distance away from the mirror line. This is our mirror line, this is our object. So what Vishish is going to try to do here, he's going to try to draw the object. I mean the image.
The opposite?
Yeah. So he's going to try and draw the image at the exact point. Wait, this is 2, 3. So you got to draw exactly where you think the image will be. So it must be what? The same distance from the mirror line, right? So let me see where you think it will be.
So appears to.
Right.
So I would like to.
Gotta be somewhere down there, right?
Yeah.
But where?
Oh, and this is the one tree. Oh,
Yeah, the point is 2, 3.
oh.
Down there. So if you reflect this, you get this. Huh? If you watch it in the mirror, your image will be sideways.
Hold on.
Right, but take a finger and see if it's the same distance away.
Yeah.
From this line. You're getting close. So how far is this point from this line? Like if you had to say centimeters.
1 centimeter. Wait a minute.
How far is this point from this line?
Oh, 2 centimeters.
2 centimeters. So how far should the image be from the line?
2 centimeters.
2 centimeters.
Yeah.
Are we seeing? That correct, Olia? Let's see. Right? So this is a prime. Right? So if this is our mirror line, right? if this is our mirror line, all we have to do is to make sure that the object and the image are equidistant from this line. That's okay? So if you check your graph, you will see that from here to here, 2 units. So from here to here will also be 2 units. That's okay? So the answer will be 2 and minus. 2 minus 1. So that means it must be equidistant. Please join mirror line. Join mirror line y1. Okay, with this mirror line. Nice. Gonna give you a next one. Right, so I want you to plot B for me. You plot it because I want to make sure everybody can plot the point 3 minus 1. And then reflect it for me, please. 3 minus 1, plot it, and then reflect it in this line. Same line. Please label in mirror line, yeah? Label in mirror line. We got to put something at the top of right? We need that, right? Plot the P, plot B. study point. Oh, B is. I got. Yeah, leave it as that. I meant to say minus 3. Right, and then reflect. Good job. Right, you're looking a little off from some people. Remember, you'll have graph paper, yeah? Right, so I see a little mistake in some. I'm just fixing this here. Right, so where is 3 minus 1? X is 3, y is minus 1. So that's right here. Right, that's 3. That's okay? So that's 3 minus 1. And it must be the same distance away from the line, right? So you'll recognize 1, 2 units away. So you're going up 1, 2 units. So it will be about here. So B prime, I got 3, 3. Everybody okay with that? Right? B prime is 3, 3. That same graph here, like on Lupuma, the graph might look a little jumbled up, but calculate, right? Here's a gun, try to now. What I want you to do is to draw the line. So here's what you're going to do, right? I would like you to draw the line. Right. Draw the line x is equal to minus 2 and reflect A and B. Right? What do you think the line x equal to minus 2 will look like, Jamal? Jamal. What do you think the line x equal to 2 will look like? Minus 2, sorry. Think of what y look like. Right? And then use the critical thinking skills to figure out what x will look like. Right? Look at what y equal to 1 look like. Right? So what do you think? Right? Going through what? 2 or minus 2? Minus 2. So you're drawing a vertical line. 2x is minus 2. Some of you are using pen, right? Right? Don't use pen on your arm. Don't use pen on the graph, right? So wait to reflect these two now. Watch. You're reflecting A and B, not B prime, right? So taking this off. You're reflecting A and B in this line. Okay? Reflect A and B in the line x equal to minus 2. Go ahead. Try that there. So when you finish and pass on what's it? Huh? Are you good? Right? You do the same thing and you come and board. Oh yeah, fix it to come pass on what's it as well. Do B, right? You don't have to show me how long it is, right? You just go ahead and pass it over. Do B for that and do A for that. B was 3 minus 1. Right? B was 3 minus 1. Right, good. Who reflected from it? We see who? Jamal. Jamal. People want Jamal. People want Jamal. Come on, do it from us. Huh? No, you got come on, do it. That's the next going to watch. Try your best, well. I know I don't have the lines and things. Right. Right. We're writing point. Right. So it's good. Well, look at that, minus 63. Yeah, very good. Anybody confused? Come on, get up. Get up. Come on, do the next one. Originally. I am with not B, it is not B prime. Was right there. Plus B prime from up. Online, you're getting sure? Hope you'll have graph paper this time, huh? You're ready to see it now? Huh? Oh, you're on too. Miriam, you're getting sure, right? Take your time and plot the next one. Come on. Can I pick a graph piece, Carol? Can I pick a graph piece? Man, what's up? I'll see what you have. Huh? Right, and last one, Jamal, come on, boy. Come quick. Are we still where you go? No. Minus 7 points. Put it point. Put B prime. One. The line on something. And right. And what point is 7 minus and 1 minus. Sure? Minus 1. Let's see that. No, right? So he got minus 7 minus 1. You all got that? Everybody got that? Minus 7 minus 1. Right? All right, so let's make a note in your book. When we reflected, the object and image, the object and image object and image here, when reflected, the object and image must be equidistant from the movement. mirror line. When reflected, the object and the image, must be equidistant from the mirror line. Let's go equidistant for some order. Right, it must be equidistant. Right, must be equidistant from the mirror line. Equi and distant, one word, not two words. Not two words. Okay. Everybody clear up? Right. So now we go on to the hardest one. We're on to the line y equals x. Right? So we go on to a line called y equals x. Right, but really, it's the hardest one, but once you remember it, it's real simple. Right? So let's make a note of this. For the line y equals x, for the line y equals to x, for the line y equal to x, the x and y value, the x and y values switch position. The x and y values switch position. Canel, you didn't send the graph page from us? Send a picture from now. Correct. On the back and 2 hours. Just 2 hours. Oh, sure. Correct. Sorry. Right. So what did I just say? What will happen to the x and y values? They switch position. So if x is 2 and y is 3, what we will get now? 3 and 2. Right? Right, so we just going on switch, right? Right. Here's the problem on it. The problem is, how do we draw the line y equals to x? Okay? And again, take the line. Okay, just switch the x. So instead of talking 3, it's now becomes 3. Right. But the question is, how do we draw the line? Listen to the line. Listen to the line. The line is y is equal to x. How do we draw that line? Anybody? And I won't pick any for the rest of the day. Huh? You don't know? You don't? How do I draw the line y is equal to x? What does that line look like? Anybody online? What does this line say? Y equals x. So let's say x is 1. What do you expect y to be? 1, and so if x is 1, y is 1. If x is 2, y is what? If x is minus 1, y is what? Right? So what it's saying is that every single point, the x and the y value are the same. So how will it look? Right? I think come out too smooth, right? But are you okay with that? Right. So here's what you're gonna do for me now. I'm gonna give you a triangle, and I'm gonna reflect the whole triangle in the line y equals x. Right? So I know someone is saying graph paper, right? So I'm gonna put it here and down here hopefully it might be doing that. Alright, but it might be at this side. So it should be alright. I'll put it up here. I'll give it some big file. Alright, so I'm gonna give you a triangle. I want you to plot it and then reflect it. So let us see what we could get here. Let us say you all use here, right? So let me come up here. So let's say minus 1, 6. B is minus 1, 4. Sorry, sir. Minus 3, 5. Right? Plot that triangle for me, and I want you to do the whole reflection. Right? Do your thing for me. Right? How you reflect again? Any line y equals to x. How you reflect? It's the x and y value. Right? Right. And then you have to break down and value. Right? Plot those there for one. Plot those 3 points, and then reflect those. Hurry up. Now. Very good. I put it here. Yeah. All 3 points and like that. Here, draw the line y equals x. Oh, wait. Draw the line y equals x first. Right? Draw the line y equals x first. Hurry up. Draw the line y equals x, right? 1, 1. Hurry up. I've got all 3 points, right? So minus 1, 6 is here. Minus 1, 4 is here. And minus 3, 5 is about here. And I want you to connect them up. And that would be your triangle. That's okay? Your objective is now to reflect with my thought with our pencil. I'll let this pencil out, right? I'm good now. Plot it and reflect it. Right? I have one here. Square image. Square image. Yeah, reflective contact. Square image. Is the line y equals x. Right? Reflecting the line y equals x. Leave it now. Leave it for the p double prime. Leave it up. When you reflect minus one. Good. 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 Good job. Right? You can probably not see that's not doing about which I'm proud. Now we go. Go ahead, share. What up? So, what did we come? What would mine? That's 1 6 we go. Online, take a pick and some graph, please, so you see it. What would -1 6 become? Right, so most of you all got it. So what? -6 -1 6 becomes what? You flip in the bar, so -1 6 becomes 6 minus 1. So it becomes 6 minus 1. What does -1 4 become? It becomes 4. And what does -3 5 become? 5 minus 3. Okay? Right? But you plot your line bar, so you gotta plot your graph properly next time, right? Everybody okay with that? Yeah. Yeah? So that's the way we reflect in the line y equals x. Right? I have a question. Suppose I made you draw, in fact, I have two questions. How do I draw y is minus x. Michael, how do you think I'm going to draw the line y is equal to minus x? Think of something. What do you think it'll look like? This is y is equal to x. And yeah. That makes sense? So watch. When x, tell me here, Jamal. When x is minus 1, Jamal. What do you think y will be? When x is minus 1, what do you think y will be? Sure? In this line, let's see. Y is equal to minus 1. X is what? Minus 1, right? So when I put minus 1 in here, I'll get this. So it means that y is what? Y 1. Right? So here we go and recognize. You're all going to recognize if you draw that line, all the positive values become negative y, and all the negative become positive. Okay? So I don't want you to draw this one. Just take this note. Take this note. For the line y is equal to minus x, for the line y is equal to minus x, we flip the values for the line y equal to minus x. We flip the values and change their sign. For the line y equal to minus x, we flip their values and change their sign. Flip the value and change the sign. Okay? All right. Let's do one rotation. Head up rotation now. All right. We have a new graph page in this one, so this one is hoping look nice. And we can average 90, so you don't need a quick chart. So head up rotation. Head up rotation. Right, you need one graph page now. Head up rotation. Online, you're okay with this? All right, so we're going to take a look at rotation fishing. Everybody have one? Everybody got one, right? Who need one again? Pencil. Yeah, within 4, while you meet, not me. Within 4, start from 0, and we bring it up a line nicely. Within 4. Within 4 again, and we're doing one rotation. Just one. Okay, line, split it up. Volume. Okay, we go by graph. Oh, but try and get it. Very right then. Very right then. Nice and light, right? But online, if you're trying to get graph paper, make sure you get the writing. Sorry, print as light. When it's dark, the lines will show up properly. Right? So this guy for real nice. Well done, by Oh, you know. Well, 1 centimeter line. Line, pass on. And head up rotation. Go up in on the line. Like line. Right, ready? So the formal rotation. Otherwise it times. Right, so to perform a rotation, right, we need 4 things. So I do this one. To perform a rotation, we need the following. But online, if you get stuck with this one, tell me, right? To perform a rotation, we need the following. 1, right? Number 1, we need a center of rotation. Number 2, right? We need a center rotation. Number 2, we need an angle of rotation. Number 3, we need a direction of rotation. Right? So we need these 3 things. Yeah. The 4th is to remember the first 3. Right? All right. So you need a ruler and I can average 90 degrees. Right? You can average 90, right? 90 is here. If you have to push up, that's perfect. If not 90 degrees, you're just trying to make sure that edge here looks like 90. Okay? So if you draw a line like this, that's 90. If you draw a line like this, that's 90. Right? You have to kind of average it if you do a protractor. All right, if you have one, perfect. Okay, so let's take a look at how to do a rotation. Okay, so watch this here. This one a little bit harder, right? So we'll start with a small example. Let's start with A. Let A be. Let's go a little high. I like 3-2. I like 3-2. And let our origin, our rotation, let our center be 0, 0. That's the origin. And let's go, right? Let us go 90 degrees clockwise. Let's go 90 degrees clockwise, right? So I want you, we're going to do this step by step. Plot 3-2. Plot 3-2. And good. Plot 3-2. Right? We're doing it step by step. Plot 3-2. Right. Good job. Good job. 472. Who is Mandy? Good job. Who else is this here? Right. Good job, Mariama. And I've seen a big shadow here. Good job, Narisa. All right. Right. So, Vandina, don't forget to stand by your work as well, right? Right. Oh, wait, take up phones. Everybody. In the group. And but see, we're doing it. You're the last one getting a little too confused, right? Here's what it's doing for in the group. In the group, I am going to put all I want you to do is put your name, and if you're online or in person, that's it, right? Right? So it's the class attendance for what it is? Yeah, no, you know. What it is? 14. 14. We make certain. Right. Copy and paste in the email from a place. Take a minute and do that from copy and paste in it. Right, those who new and need your number, you only need Wi-Fi. Okay, password. Right. You have to do that. Put your name here for me now. Add your now. Then you don't have your phone. Right? Somebody does. Anyway, if I want somebody to just put, I don't need dates again. Just put your name online or in person. Right? Send me a WhatsApp. If you do have the Wi-Fi, somebody just give it to them now, please. You got it? Got the Wi-Fi? Come on. Take me what? Message me and give me a full name. Okay, last but not least, I can see my above. Huh? Oh yeah, you need a phone. Put my WhatsApp on it. Yeah, in person, just put however you have better. Well, in person, and we'll do online. That's that. Stay online, right? Copy and paste. Right? Send me a WhatsApp, right? With your name and I'll add it to the group. Hey, copy and paste, one listening. Copy and paste your name into this. Oh, gosh. Cool. Then you click on it. Now, put your name for now. Copy and paste the name, please. Oh, see what happens if everybody trying to copy and paste. Send me a name, but not in the group. Send me a full name. I'm going to add it. Your full name and I'm going to add it. Yes, no. Online summit as well, right? Okay. Right, for those who knew, I'll add it now, right? I add it to the group and I will send you the summary. So normally if I give them homework, I'll give them homework. If I give you homework, it's on a topic by topic, right? Did I add you already? We got the Wuchi. There was that. Now. Do I have time, Dishish? All right, let's go. How do we perform this? Real simple. Everybody plot this, right? Everybody okay? Online, everybody have this? Next step. The next step is to draw a broken line, not a solid line, a broken line from A to the center and measure the length of the line. Draw a broken line. Right? Draw a broken line from A to your center and measure the length of the line. One, I might do something online, but like really, so I might not actually. Like that, right? So draw a line from A to the center and measure the length of the line. You have to be exact, right? You have to be exact. Ready? Exact length, right? Exact. Now, online, you're ready? Next step. Here's the most important step. Here's the hard one. If you don't have a protractor, then you have to average. Okay? So we have to average 90 degrees now. So the question said what? Question said 90 degrees clockwise. Everybody okay with that? What direction clockwise? This way, right? From here to here clockwise. If I said anti-clockwise, you're measuring this way. That's okay? Ready? So you're going to measure 90 degrees from here in a clockwise direction. So 90 might be around here, and it's averaging. Right. Here's the hard part. When you average 90, you have to draw a line of equal length. That's okay? So the line that I'm going to draw is a line of equal length to this. All right? Whatever length you got, exact length. Right? And then you draw and tell me where it ends up. Right? So measure your length, right? Then measure 90 degrees clockwise and then draw a line from here to here, right, of the same length as this. That's okay? So your length OA has to be equal to OA prime. Check it out. If you do it exact, it will be on a particular point. Averaging 90, we averaging 90. If you all did it properly, it should be at the point 2 minus 2.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah? It should be at the point 2 minus 3. So if you do it properly, it should be by minus 3. One night, you all got everything. All right. So what I want you all to learn is that online, any issues? What I want you all to learn is that you get through. Right? So here I want you to learn. If you do this properly, it will always end up with a variation of these same 2 points. So you have 3, 2, you will always get some variation of 3 and 2. It might be like our answer is what? Our answer was 2, -3. So you will always get these 2 digits. Might be plus, might be minus, but you will always get these 2 digits. That's okay? If you do it properly, you will always get a 2 and a 3. Okay? That's okay? So make a note of that, please. Note that if the rotation is done properly, note that if the rotation is done properly, it will always be some manipulation of the points given. It will always be some manipulation of the points given, some variation, right? It will always be some variation of the coordinates given, right? It'll always be a 3 or 2. If I give you 9 and 5, it will always be some variation of 9 and 5. That's okay? If we do it properly, there'll always be some variation of the points given. All right? We don't have much time, so I'll give you one more to do. Right? So watch this here. I'm giving you the same thing. 3, 2, 0, 0, 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Right? Do anti-clockwise, Summer, and tell me what is each double prime. Tell me what you get for the image. Do anti-clockwise, Summer, online. And just message your answer. Do anti-clockwise, Summer. You get it right, you get to go home. You get it wrong, you get it. White line. White line is the one. Anti-clockwise, line. Some of the interaction. Right? Some of the interaction. Right. But if you do it properly, the diagram should look like this. Right? If you do it properly, right? If you do it properly, here should be a straight line and it should see 90 and 90 here. Okay? If you do it properly, here is 90 and here is 90. Okay? And the line is supposed to be equal. So the answer was -2, 3. Anybody got our line? -2, 3 was the answer. Anybody got that? Right? Right. Good job, Bandana. Good job. All right. So that's the way we do reflections, right? I mean rotation.